What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we are going to take a look at Shang-Chi, which is finally released, and you can still pre-order this at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. So this is a figure that looks amazing. You know, when it was first announced, I personally was okay with the movie. You know, and I know a lot of people loved it. I liked it, but it was always on the back burner for me. Kind of like, hey, it looks really good, him and Wenwu, but I'm not gonna buy it full price. Even though the price is, it's just really fair. To be quite honest with you, if it's more than fair. But I was just like, yeah, I feel like they're gonna do a lot of these things because I'm sure it's gonna be a hot ticket in Asia, especially the mainland. So I feel like, hey, man, it's gonna. Most of these are gonna sit, and I can probably snag it for around 200, down the line. This is a figure that I don't need right away. I could wait because, like I said, the movie, liked it, didn't love it. I probably should watch it again. Maybe I'll appreciate it more. But with that being said, that's the mindset that I'm approaching this, and it hasn't changed really. Maybe if I watch the movie again. So with this blogger pictures, sometimes it makes or breaks the figure, right? Like, so you would see some comments like, "Oh my goodness, like it looks bad," kind of like Ray, and then you get it in hand and it looks good. So far from what I'm seeing, it's consistent to the prototype. I didn't see any major upgrade or downgrade. It was great to begin with, and I still think it looks good now. The articulation to the arms, it is benefiting from that kind of tucked in fabric instead of being a one-piece suit. So you can see there's a lot of range of movement on the arms, same as the legs. So articulation wise, it doesn't look like it hinders anything. Here's what I would say though: this was announced, I don't know, 2021 perhaps. I mean, it's released now, or 2022. If this was announced today, I think it would have greatly benefited from what Hot Toys is doing now, and also the technology that's being implemented now. And what I mean by that is that this could have had a purse, him and Wenwu. Not a big deal, but it could have had one. Maybe the price would shoot up a little bit, but honestly, I would pay for that. Like, I mean, how much more it could be, right? With the purse, because most of the releases now with the purse, even the Spider-Man with two head sculpts, are around 285. I would gladly pay $40 to $50 more to have purse, because I think it just, on close-up situations, again, having that option, it gives you that flexibility of having this, eye movement and different expressions due to the eyes. That's just me, Maybe some people wants to keep this at around 255, which is already expensive, but fair in a Hot Toys setting. Another thing here is the forearms. I know this has been, me personally, it doesn't bother me because I understand that it has to move. But we just saw a third party of Nathan Drake from Uncharted got announced by Lim Toys, and that has seamless forearms. And what they did was they understood that seamed forearm is, there's still a need for them for poses like this, for example, or some more complicated poses. What did they do? They included two. So there's two seamless forearms, one for, and I would say for this instance, let's say the right hand is a fisted hand that you could attach this, or one is kind of like the expressive hand, which is open, which is kind of like the karate move hand, kind of like an expressive hand. And then, but even without that, I still think it doesn't take away from the overall experience of the figure, especially when you put this effects, because you don't even see, the kind of like the joints and the wrist. However, that elbow seam right there, that's kind of unsightly. But with that being said, it comes with the territory. This is an action figure. This is not a statue. But like I mentioned earlier, I think it would have benefited a lot had we had that. Now, I don't know how they're going to implement that because the sleeve looks a little tight. So maybe magnets, I don't know, something like that, or Velcro towards the end, or some stretchy material so it could get in and out, the forearms. But I don't think it ruins the experience altogether with those little seams. For me personally, to some, they might. I'm just saying, it would have been beneficial for this figure having those, again, options. Because I'm not totally eliminating this, kind of like the Limb Toys Nathan Drake. We would still have the swappable hands, using the traditional way, so to speak, of pegs. But if you have those seamless arms, to those who doesn't want to see seams, in the wrist and in those elbows, that would be nice. And also, like, because you don't, I suppose, you have more flexibility as far as focusing, because now that when you see the Hot Toys prototype, you don't notice the small details, but now the neck and the head is a different joint, so you kind of see the seam. But I guess that's necessary because this guy is going to be in a lot of poses, action poses. But I was just like for just for the overlook, would have been nice to make it one piece. Maybe down the line they can make that, I don't know, that technology where it is just like one piece. But nonetheless, it still looks a very good figure. I can't wait for Wenwu too to see him. I want this to be released right away, so that my wait time would be lessened. Because the sooner it gets released, that means I only have to wait like X number of months for this to hit a discount, price. It takes a while now. Like, not gonna lie to you, like, we haven't seen Cable been discounted yet, and he's not a popular figure. He's not gonna be as popular as Shang-Chi or Winter Soldier. I haven't seen them hit that 25% off yet, and it takes a while. It takes like 6 months or so, if not more. So time will tell if I can able to wait that long for this figure, because I know once this gets to the hands of the collectors, I'll be like, man, in hand, they'll be like, man, this is so good. I gotta get this right away. But I gotta exercise patience on these guys, because like last year I did that. As you can tell, I just purchased very recently the golden armor, and I was able to get a really good deal for that. So if I keep on doing that, exercising my patience, I'm not spending a lot. And that equates to more figures that I could buy. And those figures, I'm not buying them because they're on sale, just because they're on sale. I really had them in, on my eyesight. They're really on my crosshairs, just not for the full price. But this is one of them, and Wenwu. So let me know in the comments how you feel about this figure. Are you gonna get this up? Are you gonna pick this up? Is Shang-Chi one of the best, movies for you? Is this a day one for you? Or are you gonna wait? You're gonna exercise patience? I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, give that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.